Yeah, he said how they do it? How they light skin trap?
Honey, see you looking.
Oh, yeah, let's go. Light skin trap.
So, a little bit.
That's gonna be the name of this episode. Light skin trap. Yes, sir.
Yo.
Yo.
Whenever you ready, let me get a little mic check.
Mic check, mic check.
Sound good?
Let's see if I could keep it kind of turned.
Sound good for me too?
Is it loose right now?
Let me see.
Yeah, you sound good.
This one right here. Oh, right here. Perfect. Good.
Yeah. Yeah. Chilling.
We rolling whenever you guys ready.
Let's get it. Welcome, guys. This is the first podcast. Welcome to Reef's podcast, and I'm kicking off this first episode with a special guest, man. Let me read this guy's attributes real quick. This guest, all right, some will call him Mexican because he's Puerto Rican and black. He is a basketball player, a great basketball player. He goes by the nickname of generational talent. He's 6 foot, 14 years old. He likes to draw. He's very creative, a very wise business guy. Grades are good. Give it up for my first guest, my son, 17-year-old Elijah Johnson.
Yo. And just to correct you, Dominican, not Mexican.
K-Lo K, manito.
Yeah.
K-Lo K,
All the attributes are right, you know.
Yeah.
Generational miracle right here.
Yeah.
We're gonna start it off.
Let's go.
Let's get
it. So this your first podcast ever doing.
Yep.
And you feel good? You comfortable?
Comfortable.
So we know everything goes, right?
Yep.
Just we got you consent just so when your mother see this. Yeah. No, just fuck her. We get into it. Nah, fuck her. But anyway, everything goes here. You can have fun. Don't feel like you gotta hold anything back. I want you to be yourself, all right? Don't worry about me trying to overcorrect you, nothing like that. I want you to definitely explain whatever you feel and whatever's going on, okay?
All right,
so
bet.
I want you to be you. And shout out to my man Chris, bro. Shout out to
Yo.
Chris. Let's get it. The producer, Dr. Dre. Come on now. Let's get it. So first off, I want to say, man, you just flew in. How was your trip? Where do you live, by the way?
I live in Florida, Merritt Island.
Merritt Island.
Yep.
Yeah, Merritt Island. How you like it down there?
It's good in Florida, you know. I switched from Florida to here.
Yeah.
And, you know, I get a lot of questions like how you like it in New Jersey, how you like it in Florida. But, you know, both are chill, you know.
Yeah.
It's where I'm at.
Yeah.
It's home. Both of us home. So, you know, yeah. There's a lot of stuff to do in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got parks, all that stuff,
Yeah.
you know, Universal, Disney.
Yeah.
But over here, they got a lot of stuff that you don't know about, you know, that you don't see, you know, out in the open. But they got fun stuff. Like, they got little go-karts. They got arcades, stuff like that. So I like it in both places.
Nice.
You know, both feel like home to me, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. And it reminds me of me growing. It's funny how you could look at your life, like my life when I look at it, because I grew up down south and I grew up north too. You know, like my
Yeah.
childhood took place in Dublin, Georgia, Swainsboro, Georgia. Like I had a southern upbringing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I got like a city hustle to me because I moved up here as a teenager.
Yeah.
And I was able to like get both sides of the life. And it's weird to watch you go through the same thing in your own way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you up here, a lot, like most people don't realize, most people in my life, they always ask about you, like even my neighbors, like they're like, where's Elijah at? Da-da. I'm like, bro, he live in Florida.
Yeah.
But you come up here so much and you visit so much. So that's the beautiful thing. You get both aspects of that, man. You
Yeah.
probably got more flight miles than me
Yeah.
because of how much you fly back and forth. Now, what year are you in? What grade are you in? Now,
I'm a sophomore.
sophomore. Wow.
High school.
Wow. How does that feel?
It feels, you know, it feels great. You know,
Yeah.
It's going by fast. I was just a freshman a couple months ago.
Yes.
You blink, you miss it. So
Yeah.
you gotta get every opportunity you can.
Okay.
Do everything you
This
can.
guy watching Will Smith. I'm telling you right now.
Hey,
It
yo.
can't be me. It can't. Because I'm like, God, your blink,
Hey, hold
your
on,
blink
hold
is good. It's good.
Because I'm the generational miracle.
Ah!
But
This guy's a troll.
no.
Yeah.
But no, it's great. It's going good so far. Been 3 weeks in.
Yes.
And still a lot to explore, a lot to discover.
Nice. Nice.
still coming into who I really am.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
building my character up. So yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
And you know, it's interesting to watch you too be a teenager because you know what age I had you at, right?
yep,
Yeah, I was 16 when I had you.
yeah,
So to watch you, you're 2 years from the age of where I had you.
yeah.
And that scares me.
Yeah, I actually wanted to like go into that. I was actually gonna ask you that. Like, how does it feel as a father
Mhm.
and as someone who was in a sophomore
Yeah.
or a junior having a kid?
Yeah.
How does it feel to have a kid in high school? And you know, are you scared? Like, I will repeat that, or like, are you scared it's gonna go into that? How do you?
Yeah, that was pretty. I ain't gonna lie. He got them Shannon Sharp glasses and he asked me Shannon Sharp questions. Go ahead, son. Generational talent. I'm with it. That's a great question right there. Skip. It's wow, man. Yeah, it scares me. I'm terrified of that. I am, being honest with you, because I know you're in high school and I know how small that is. That time. It's like this. But in this amount of time, it's so much wrong you can do right now. Just not, and you don't even mean to do it. Like you can literally fall into the wrong place and something stick with you for life. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that scares me. You know what I mean? So I just hope I can guide you in a way that I didn't have the guidance. Because I didn't have my father in my life like this to be like, hey, son, you got to do this. Hey, you got to do that. So it is exciting, but it's also scary because I'm like, even I also believe even if my father was in my life, how it is now, there's certain mistakes I still would have made. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's mistakes you have to make too. You have to go up. You got to go through things. And I always encourage you. I don't know if you remember me saying this to you, but I always encourage you. I say smartest people do what?
they make mistakes.
Make the most mistakes. They just don't repeat them. So I actually encourage you to make mistakes, but some of them I go, don't make that one. Don't be like me, man. Don't stay in that pussy. Get out. Let's get to it. This is my son. This is my son. This is how we talk.
Hey, yo, this guy is such a troll, yo. He gonna ask me, do I remember? Like, he don't put like 10 words in my head a day. Stay disciplined. You know, hey, I did that when I was younger, but don't be doing that. Man, I have heard so many. And then he asks me, he brings it up at random times too. Do you remember that time I told you, don't do that when you're in a basketball game? I'd be like, wait, which time? You told me so many things. Yo.
What if you had to think of, this is hilarious. If you had to think of one quote that I say to you, what quote comes to your mind?
Stay disciplined.
That's my favorite quote right there. That's my favorite quote.
Heard that about 1,000 times, maybe more actually.
For real.
Maybe more. Ever since, even when I was a kid. And you know, I think that actually helped me develop into the person I am today.
Mm-hmm.
Because at such a young age, you was talking to me like not as an adult, but you was feeding me the wisdom and the guidance of you know what you had to do, and I think that helps a lot with the person I am today. It actually fed into it.
This nigga gonna make me cry. What the fuck? That's dope. That's dope as hell. Yeah. I didn't expect that. That was fire. But yeah. Yo, that's wild. That's crazy. Yeah, you threw me off there, Skip. Okay. I don't even know the next question, bro. Dog. That was crazy, bro. Light-skinned niggas cry too.
All right, bet. So since you don't know the question,
Yeah, go to it.
I'll
Come
ask
on,
you a question.
generational talent.
yeah, I'll ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
When you were a junior,
Yeah.
high school, that's when you had me.
Yes, sir.
Did you know you were having me?
Damn. I'll tell you this. We got to get real, people. This is the real. So what happened was when you were I didn't know I was having you, right? And what happened was we got to have an open conversation, everything go. Me and your mom in high school, what happened was when we were messing around, doing what we were doing, right? Which I talked to you about too as a we're going to get to that conversation too, because you were in high school, and I think I believe people should talk to their teenagers and their kids in a real way because y'all doing real things.
Yep.
And they gonna do real things. And if you don't have real conversations with y'all, that's when y'all do real dumb things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we'll get to that conversation. But I didn't know I was having you. And what happened was me and your mom were messing around, and she'll tell you this is the truth. And I didn't think I had no plan on having you. That's why I have the joke in my comedy set that I say, I love my son like I wanted him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's true. I was 16. I didn't want a kid, bro.
Yeah.
I love you, and I appreciate you for everything you are. You made me a better man. but that's not something I was striving for at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And your mom knew that too. And I remember, long story short, and this she could fact check this. This is real. She wrote me a letter when we was younger. She wrote me a letter in high school that said, "Hey, because I was bummed out when I found out she was pregnant with you. I was, because I remember like I was embarrassed about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like in high school, I'm sure you're in high school now. There's a lot of people having sex in high school.
Yep.
It goes on, right?
Yeah.
And it's a cool thing when you're young and nobody really knows. But when somebody walk in with a belly, it's like it's embarrassing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like everybody know we having sex, but now everybody could point to who I'm having sex with, and it feels a little weird. You know what I mean? In high school,
Yeah.
and then even teachers start talking to you like an adult now, and I'm like, bro, get out of here, Mr. Jacobs. I'm not your equal, bro.
Yeah.
Give me that homework. But it I didn't expect that. You know what I mean? I wasn't looking for that, and she wrote me a letter when we was younger that said, you know, I think you're somebody special, and I actually trapped you. This is what she said. This is her words. She did. She was like, I trapped you because I felt like you was, and the crazy thing is my friend has a letter to this day because he's a weirdo because he put the letter underneath his thing. He was like, bro, this is crazy. I can't believe you wrote this. I'm saving it forever. He's a weirdo. But she wrote that, and I remember at a young age feeling like she did get me. It made me feel bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It felt like somebody took something from me because now I have to go from being a kid to like being an adult. And I felt like I didn't want to do that. And I felt like she took that from me. But that was me when I was younger. I felt that way. I was like, she did it. But the reality is I did that. It wasn't her. Why? I slept with her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And any woman you sleep with, especially if you're unprotected, right? It's nobody's fault but yours as a man.
Yep.
That's not their fault. It's you. You know what I mean? And I remember your mom will tell you this too, this true story. She told me if she ever got pregnant when we was younger, she goes, if I ever get pregnant, I would get an abortion. That's what she told me. So in my mind, I went, we'll be good. And that was so dumb of me at 16 to feel like I'm gonna lean on a girl to get cut open and get an abortion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was the dumbest thing in the world to even think or want. You know what I mean? And I'm glad she didn't, because I get to look at like what she did, what felt bad at that time, but it ended up being one of the most special things ever, because the relationship me and you have, and to see you here and see you growing, and it's not something I would recommend for a teenager. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a dope thing as a father to have gotten through, because the first few years of you being younger and us growing together, they were tough. You know what I mean? Very, very tough. Like I remember for money, what I used to do is I went from playing basketball. I stopped playing basketball. I just did football, because football was what I had a scholarship for. And I remember going, okay, I'm not gonna be able to play basketball. I can't do track because I got a kid. I could do football.
Yeah.
I could do football, but I can't do all the sports. I can't just be a kid no more.
Yeah.
So you know what I started doing? I started working the scoreboard for all the other sports.
Yeah.
That was my first job. Yeah, bro, at the high school. That was my job. And I used to be looking for that check, because I'm like, my son needs this, yo. I be making games going to overtime.
Yeah.
I need that money, dog. My son gotta eat. So at that time, it wasn't something that I knew was coming. You know what I mean? And I was very, it was a tough time for me as a kid too, because there was nobody, especially men in my life, who I could even talk to and go, this is what I'm going through. This is what it is, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So I just kind of had to get through it. But I knew right away, I'll tell you this, and this is us being open. I remember like beefing with your mother throughout her pregnancy, because I felt so angry towards her. Because I was like, you said this, you lied. You know, that's the kid in me. That was the kid in me. Like, you broke your promise. You pinky promised you would. That's how I felt. You pinky promised. Give me your pinky back. That's how I felt. But as I'm older now and I look at it for what it is, man, I'm like, wow, what a great promise to have broken. You know what I mean? What a great promise to have broken, man. But yeah, man, that was a difficult time, and there was nobody to talk to. Like, I remember my aunt. This is the crazy thing. Like, me and your mom was beefing through the whole process, and I wasn't there Like, we would break high school stuff, bro. Like, so young to even be thinking about stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
First of all, we didn't even have our own house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We staying with our parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we're trying to bring you into this play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got two kids who don't know who they are. We didn't know who we were. And now we got to bring this other kid into this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's 3 kids now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we all trying to figure out what we could do and be the best for you. But I remember kind of beefing with her and being like, I'm not going to be there. Just to make her mad, right? I'm like, I'm not going to be there. You're going to raise him. And you know what your mother told me?
What?
She goes, if you don't want to be there, that's cool. She goes, when he's born, sign his rights over, you can go play football at college. Because I had this scholarship to Temple.
Yeah.
And I wanted to play at Temple football bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She goes, if you can give up your rights, go play football, live your life, and that'd be cool. She told me that. And I remember as a kid being like, okay, that's not a bad deal.
Yeah.
That's 16-year-old me. 16-year-old me is like, hold on now. You telling me I could play all sports again?
Yeah.
All I got to do is just go over here and play football, and then I'm like, I can circle back. I'll come back later.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, I was, when you were being born, when she was going through labor, it was actually during one of my football games. I'll never forget. It was one of my best football games, too, because I scored like a couple touchdowns.
Yeah.
And I remember like getting a text. Somebody like, yo, your baby, you know, like, yo,
Yeah,
she like, I went, oh, snap. So I went to the hospital like right from there, bro. And she had already had you though. She had you, so I came after. And she was so fed up when I got there because I was popping all that, you know, I ain't gonna be there. So I show up ready to like, no lie, bro. I was so, I was so like, yeah, I'm going to Temple to play football. I just want to show her and tell her to her face. I just want to show up and let her know this is the last time you'll ever see me. That's what I felt. And I got there, bro, and I saw you. And I remember, that's why there's a picture of it on Facebook, the picture where I'm holding you.
Yeah.
And then you see the one where your mom's in the bed looking.
Yeah.
If you look at that picture, it's hilarious because your mother is grilling me. Your mother's grilling me, bro. I'm holding you and I'm cheesing, right? I'm like, yo, it's really my son. Like, yo, he's in my hand right now. This is crazy. And your mother's on the bed like this. Yeah, it is your son. Because, you know, we was in high school and then rumors are the worst in high school. Because I remember rumors of people being like, well, I hear it's not your kid. And, you know, me, the young me, just because I wanted to get out of it, I was like, you know what? That sounds about right. Maybe it's not. Being honest.
Yeah.
Being honest. And then I remember holding you and I remember going, yo, it just like this. I felt my life changed then. When she was pregnant, that's why when women get pregnant, they become mothers before men become fathers. That's a good lesson for, you know, way down the line, but it's true because they go through the whole process. They feel the baby grow inside them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We watching it, but we don't feel it. It's a little different. So she was already in mom mode. I was still in kid mode. But when I held you, that's when I was like, oh no, I'm a dad. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna be there. Like, no. Forget football, whatever. I remember I actually decided not to go to Temple, and then I went to Keene University because we were staying in Elizabeth at that time. So I was like, I'm gonna just go right to Keene, play there, and they had daycare program. Shout out to Keene University. They helped me out a lot when it came to. Remember, I used to have you on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Yo, I would have my son on the sideline, bro. This was shout out to Keene University football team, man. I would be like, yo, I'm about to go in real quick, play with my son. Right on the sideline, bro. Right on the side. It was like a movie when you think about it. But they would like, all the players were like, they loved EJ, bro. They would play with him and you was like a happy kid and stuff like that. But I knew then, though, that was the moment where I went, nah, this is for real. I'm never not gonna be there. I knew that when I looked at you. I was like, I'll never not be there for him, man. I'm always gonna be there to the last day of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I've strived for ever since, man. Ever since. Yeah. So let me ask you something. With me, because we've had a bunch of lessons, what would be the funniest, matter of fact, I'll ask you this. What is something you think I could do in parents of today? Because you're a teenager, right?
Yeah.
And what do you think something parents of today are missing? Something we don't see and something we should do more of for teenagers of today? Like something maybe like we a little, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
maybe we not listening, maybe whatever it is, what do you feel is something we could do better when you think of parents today?
Well, honestly,
Mhm.
it could be a variety of things.
Okay.
Obviously, not every parent is the same.
Yeah.
So some parents could have listening issues.
Yeah.
Some can have, a lot of parents actually judge a book by its cover.
Mhm.
And it's like one mistake from that person determines who the person is.
Mm.
So let's say you're hanging out with some friends, right?
Yes.
Friends do one bad thing. Obviously, it's bad,
Right.
but you hold that against them like forever. That's who they are to you.
Yes. Yes.
They're that person that was playing around at the jump park and he
Yeah.
got kicked out.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
that person.
Right.
But I think that's a horrible thing.
Okay.
I think you should give them like way more than like just one chance, because now what if they're trying to change?
Yes.
And in the middle of changing, you're like, oh, that's just the person who does this. That's that bad guy.
Yes.
That's that kid who's bad.
Yes.
And now he has that overlook on him.
Right,
That
right.
everybody just thinks he's that bad kid.
Yes.
So when he's trying to change now,
Yes.
it's so difficult for him to change
For
because
sure.
of everybody knows, like everybody, the parents tell their aunts, their uncles, they
Yeah.
run it down the line. Some parents talk
Yes.
to friends a lot and tell their friends.
Yes.
So now a bunch of people are thinking this kid is a bad kid when deep down, he's not even a bad kid. He just made a mistake.
Right. Right.
But that's one thing I would say. Definitely don't judge a book, and a kid especially, by its cover.
Okay, that was awesome. I like that, man. I personally agree with that too, because believe it or not, man, I was that kid. You know what I mean? I was the kid who. That's why it's funny when most people, and because you see it when you walk with me. There's half the people either know me from comedy or they knew me before comedy, right?
Yeah.
And I was the kid who, if you knew me before comedy and before like even being a parent and all that, most people are like, I'm telling you, bro, they look at me, they're like, dang, you really a good father. Like,
Yeah.
not and I know they don't mean anything harmful
Yeah.
but it's just like they wouldn't have seen me as that kid being this type of way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's why I feel for certain kids who do act out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. A lot of kids who get in trouble, especially when they do bad things. I don't believe in bad kids. There's bad situations. You know what I mean? And I understand what it is to be that kid in that bad situation and not see it. You know what I mean? Because they
Yeah.
so trapped in it. Sometimes they can't see the whole view of how they are too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel for both sides in that. That's why I agree. You do give a kid more opportunities.
Yeah.
However, this is something that goes back to like what I was saying earlier, where
Yeah.
we get afraid as parents, right?
Yeah.
Our fear is this is what you have to understand. When it comes to certain mistakes, it only takes one time. We got one life, right?
Yes.
It only takes one time for something really bad to happen and it's over.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So when you are around energy that is toxic, what we see as a parent, you as a kid, this is your friend. You're seeing the good in them. I know what that's like.
Yes.
Because I have friends who, listen, I have some friends who are in jail right now doing 20, 30 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the heart of them, I know they're good people. But
Yeah.
they were surrounded by certain energy doing certain things, and that put them in a bad situation.
Yes.
So for us, it's not that we necessarily don't want you to, we're judging them that bad. We just don't want you to get hurt by what's coming.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why with your parents, like you do, I think you should listen a little. We got to listen both ways, right?
Yes.
Like, okay, I'm going to try not to, I understand that's your friend. I would be open about that, right? Like, I'd be
Yeah.
like, look, I know that's your friend, but your friend do certain things. And if they doing certain things, when they doing these things, you got to get low.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to get away from them. You got to know where to have friends at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely.
Like it's okay to be friends, but if they are your friends like that and they do negative things, make sure they're in your environment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's something I would like. Now that I'm thinking about it now, I'm like, that's how I'd want to tell you that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying don't be friends with those guys, but don't go to their environment. They got home court advantage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bring them to your environment where they can be how you control it or whatever.
Yeah.
And that could be your boy.
Yeah.
But when you go into those environments where they're doing bad things, that's where you can get caught up and you thinking, oh, I'm just chilling. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
And something happens that you have nothing to do with. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I have friends who've been shot over situations that have nothing to do with them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So as parent, I can't help but be like, bro, I know That bullet,
Yeah.
when they say bullets have no name on it, that's what they mean. And I know that's
Yeah.
a very extreme comparison, but you have to use it that extreme. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I said, this high school thing is this quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
that quick. And you can also make a mistake that quick.
Exactly.
That stick with you through the whole thing.
And that mistake could be
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what scares me there, man. This has been very therapeutic. What we on time now?
25.
25. Wow, that was it. We're about to close it up now. Before we close that up too, I want to ask you about this though, because I know you enjoying basketball
Yeah.
as a young athlete, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What? So, as a basketball player, that's my boy London. Can we still keep?
Yeah, you can go.
So as a basketball player for you, what is your favorite? All right, you're a basketball player. What's your favorite team? Let me ask that first.
Favorite team?
Yes.
Right now, it's like, that's hard because usually I don't have, a lot of people are biased towards where they're from.
Yes.
So they base it on, I'm from Orlando, so I like the Magic. Or I'm from Cleveland, so I like the Cavs.
Yes.
But a thing with me is, I don't really think I have a favorite team per se. I think I have favorite players. I do.
That's how I know you, my son.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I was a LeBron fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LeBron. I think my favorite players that are in the league,
Yeah.
or even before the league,
Okay.
KD.
Now, this your top 5? Is this your top 5 you giving
Top
me?
5 all time.
Yeah.
If we give it all time, nah. Well,
Give me your top 5 favorite.
all favorite
Yes.
all time. I like Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
I got
Spider.
KD,
Okay. Sniper.
Tracy McGrady.
Oh, Linky.
Yeah. I definitely think LeBron is up there.
Okay.
Right.
He's on your top 5. Okay.
Yeah. And Michael Jordan, the GOAT.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Now, you just surprised me because I know you know who you used to love all the time. I don't know if you still do. Jordan Poole.
Oh, yeah. Jordan Poole. But only reason I'm not putting him at top 5 is because his impact in the league has not been as big as KD or Spider. When you go out and go to a conversation, nobody's expecting to talk about Jordan Poole.
Right.
We're expecting, yeah, you bring
That's
up,
funny.
you say Donovan Mitchell, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, I know Spider.
Yeah.
You say KD, oh, yeah, KD. Yeah. But I definitely don't think he's, in my top 5.
Okay.
I definitely think he could be.
Yes.
He has potential. Anybody got potential.
Yes. Yes.
But right now, definitely not top 5 in my opinion.
Okay.
But he is definitely currently one of my favorite players. Yes.
Nice.
Just not in my top 5 yet.
And what type of player would you like to become in the future?
I would like to become a leader.
Okay.
To lead my team to a championship or even to get them far.
Yeah.
I want to make my teammates better.
Okay.
Wherever I go, even if I go somewhere like, let me think, the Charlotte Hornets. I don't.
Not the Charlotte Hornets catching strays.
Nah, I'm sorry,
LaMelo
but
Ball is mad right now. Ball in the family.
yeah, but definitely, I would want to go there and make the players better.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Because you can't win without a good team.
Absolutely.
And the only way you get a good team is by you making the team better, especially if you're a leader.
Yeah.
And that's not saying you carrying all the scoring, you carrying all the defense.
Yeah.
That's just you all around, being a leader.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And now let me ask you this: what position do you see yourself playing in the future as well?
I definitely don't want to be a big. Oh, y'all bigs out there. Important to the game, but that's not me. I'm sorry. It's not me. It's
You
not
sound
me.
like me talking about fat chicks. Keep going.
And
Y'all important to the game. But that's not me.
but
Go ahead.
and definitely not a point guard either because my size. Nobody's gonna put especially where I'm at right now. I'm only 14.
Yeah.
And I'm 6 foot.
Yeah.
So and if I was to practice today, they're not putting me as a point guard.
Right.
Right? You got shorter kids that they're gonna put 5'8",
Yeah.
5'7" as point guard.
For sure.
I see myself in the middle as small forward. I definitely think that's where I would thrive at.
Okay.
Especially my boy KD.
Yeah.
Yeah, small forward right there.
Yeah.
Just like KD.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
where I see myself at.
Okay. So you see yourself as a small forward. You see yourself as a scoring small forward because you said KD.
Yep.
So you see yourself shooting, scoring, A scoring threat?
Yeah.
Like a dual threat or what? Like
Definitely dual. My defenses. We just played today. Hold on. We just played today at the park.
okay.
He gotta admit, I was locking him up a little bit. He gotta admit.
Okay.
He gotta admit.
All
He
right,
gotta admit
all
it.
right.
He gotta admit it.
I'll admit that. But let's say how many times while we was at the park and we were playing with other people too, right?
You for sure.
How many times did I lose?
Lost 0 times.
Hey, I'm nice. And that's the part I love. That was the best part. That's the second best part of having you young. Good, I can still kick his ass. Oh, but that was a beautiful. And then let me one more thing. I want you to make one more statement too, and I want you to. This is for the future you, right? Yeah. What is something? Where's a place you see yourself 10 years from now?
In like financial or like what do we talk about? Career
All the
wise?
above. Like when career wise. Let's start off with this. What type of person do you think you'll be? Because I think that's more important than what you do. Who you are is more important because if you bring that, that goes anywhere. So what type of person do you see Elijah Johnson being
I think
10 years from now?
I think I still be like I'm a person that you could like I could get along with anybody.
Yeah.
Like you got the crazy people, you got the chill people, you got the quiet people. I can change I could I could sit into the situation. Like I go, if it's a chill guy, I become chill. If it's someone who's out there, I'm gonna be out there. If it's someone who's quiet, I'm gonna be quiet. So, it's just like I can hang here. I see myself fitting into a lot of situations that a lot of people can't fit in.
Okay. That's cool. I think that's a great and I'm gonna say this, I'll make an early prediction. I think that's a great business skill. It's a great business skill. To be able to be in every type of room around different type of people and to be able to talk to different groups that way and be actually understanding and understood in those rooms, that is a definite people skill.
Yeah.
And that goes far. That will never go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that would take you far. And I think outside of sports, right?
Yeah.
I think you'll be well off with that type of skill, being able to do that.
Yeah.
But as you're doing that, definitely know how to put people. You could fit in every room, but everybody else may not be able to. So don't put all your friends in one room.
Definitely.
That's something I would say to the future you. If you could look back at this 10 years from now, you may go, "Oh, that's true."
Yeah.
You know what
I mean, you can even see it in high school today. Like you got one group of friends, you got a bunch of group of friends in high school. It's high school. You everywhere.
For sure.
Every classroom got different type of people.
Yes.
But now when you at lunch and then you bring those people with those people, they not clicking together.
Yes, sir.
And that's because, they can't fit into the situation like you can.
Yeah, for sure.
So you could see it even in today in high school.
Yeah.
It's out there. You can see it.
So I love that. And college-wise, right now, give me your top 3.
Top 3?
That you would think of playing ball at.
Give me Duke.
Okay.
Kentucky.
Okay.
And Texas.
And Texas. All right. And the NBA, is that something you would love to do?
Yes.
That's something you love to do.
Yeah.
And if you get drafted by a team, what team would that be?
What team would I
What
want
would
to
be
be?
your dream team? To
My
get
dream
drafted
team? I always said this to you too. I would want to be on a team, and it's going to sound crazy, but a team that's not like, winning championships like that.
Oh, Charlotte. You want to get Charlotte ain't going to win then either.
Not even wait, hold on. Let me
Okay.
not even Charlotte, but I'm pretty sure the Pacers ain't win a championship.
They got there, though.
They got there though, but they didn't win it though.
Okay.
They didn't win it
That's
though.
fair. That's fair.
Knicks didn't win it.
Okay.
There's a lot of teams that didn't win it that I want to go there.
Shout out to the Knicks. I ain't going to let him take shots.
I'm not taking shots at y'all guys.
Come on, Spike Lee.
Nah, I'm not taking shots. I'm just saying that I would want to be in an environment where I can help them win.
Yeah.
I want to be known as the person who got there and did that.
Yeah. Okay. That's a strong statement, man. Well, my first guest, my son, Elijah Johnson, man.
Yeah.
Hey, thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. My boy, I'm Sharief Johnson. This is Elijah Johnson, producer Chris. This is the first episode of bRIEF. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bow.